Hello people of YouTube, my name is JD Shadow, and in case you are unaware of what's been going on, as you might not know what's been going on Twitter, on whatever, about the recent situation, is that I got another strike on my channel. This is for the Act 30 of Sailor Moon Crystal. I think it's Act 30. The Haruka Michiru, Sailor Neptune, and Uranus episode, the one where the last week's episode, that has been taken down. Another strikes on my channel, which basically means 15-minute limit up until I get this resolved. The counter notification is sent, so within a couple weeks we'll see how that goes. They haven't even responded to anything, so I doubt that anything's going to change on that either. But until we do that, until that's taken care of, it's going to be a couple weeks before you see anything significant on the channel. I do have a few gameplay videos I can put up there. That's about an hour long. I hope people are watching those as well. And the In Defense Of that I'm making, and yes, I am making that, is going to be put on hold, though. It's going to be a couple of weeks, maybe a month before that's able to be put up there because of the work I got to do in order to make that happen. So that's where I stand for a few weeks. And again, I'm going to limit my reactions to 15 minutes. But there are a few questions that are coming up about how I do reactions, and I feel as though people should be aware about why I don't do certain things, because I feel they're fair questions. I feel like they're valid questions, and some people could be concerned about certain aspects of the reaction. So I feel like it's up to me to tell you guys why I don't flip videos or change the gamma or the brightness contrast or whatever. The reason why is because of the way YouTube does things and the way these are being found and taken down. When YouTube did its content ID system, when it made this bot or whatever, the way it works is that companies upload a bunch of their content to this system, and they tell YouTube and its bot to go and search for whatever this content is, and to find any exact matches, and then it finds it, do a certain action. Now it could be monetization, it could be take down the video, it can be muting a video, it could be one of those things. And I'm not sure what it says. It might say content ID match, and it might say that in capital letters, meaning that it was their system that did that, and that's caused a ton of problems. It's no doubt been documented to hell and back. It's not what's going on here, because if it was a bot that was doing this, then a lot of my videos would have been taken down as well, first of all. And second of all, what has been going on is that lately, if you've noticed, I've been doing that thing. If you've no doubt seen that, this here is because of that. And that's a design choice. It has nothing to do with beating the bot or anything. That's just a design choice. Because of that, there's a addition that happens to the video. That's something that might tell the robot, hey, that's not what we're looking for. And that is basically beating the bot. I haven't had that much trouble with it, and to most cases, none of us have really had a problem with that bot since the initial sweep that happened last year. The problem here is that the ones that have been struck on my channel have been manually detected. Now, what that means is that there is a human being that is looking at my video and deeming it infringing. I can whoop that thing 8 ways from Sunday. I can change every single thing I could to that video, and it would not make a difference, because unlike a robot, a human being is not going to be fooled by that. It's not. It's not going to be fooled by anything I try to do with that video. And it's a valid point. It's a valid statement. It's a valid question. So why am I not doing this or that? But the answer to that is simple, is that it's not going to fool a human being. It's fooling the bot. It's a human being looking at it and determining it's infringing and saying take it down. And YouTube has no choice but to do so under his safe harbor laws. What we are suspecting is either Toei Animation is being tipped off by somebody who doesn't like us or me, or Toei Animation is just having a huge issue trying to grasp the concept of these animation reviews, of these anime reviews. And we've seen them harass Team 4-Star for years over DBZ Abridged. We've seen what they have done to them earlier this year when they almost got their channel deleted, Team 4-Star that is. And that has not deterred them from continuing to do what they do, because they know they're in the right. They know that they have fair use on their side. However, there is a disconnect between Japan and the US when it comes to fair use, because what laws are you going to go by? Because Japan doesn't have fair use. Here's the problem that we're seeing. This is Toei Animation on its own. We've had no problems, as far as I'm aware, with any other content anime related. Amber has had absolutely no problem with the Q-High Earth Defense Club. She's had no problem uploading those videos. Not only uploading those videos, but retaining those videos on YouTube. None of those videos have been messed with. My Log Horizon reactions, the Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood reaction, the Miraculous Ladybug reactions, the Monica Magica reactions have continued to stay up there. I've had no problems keeping them there. The only company that has done this at all to any of us is Toei Animation. And for the life of me, we can't understand why. I can't understand why. They won't talk to us. They won't say anything to us. They won't respond to us. YouTube's not responding to us, obviously. No MCN is saying anything. We have to go to Viz Animation, and obviously Viz is not getting told anything. The cuts are not helping us. They've said cut this thing in 2 minutes and have us come on without the content anywhere and talk and have some breaks in between. That hasn't helped, because it's still being taken down anyway. So the bottom line is, what do we have to do in order for Toei Animation to leave us alone? I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I could say. The only thing that I could see is that maybe they have a problem when you have a video that gets a lot of views and it messes with their search ranking for their official channels. That's one thing. But the second thing, and there are people who are saying that this is actually Toei Animation who is issuing the takedowns, and this is not just somebody that's trolling us. But my theory is there's somebody who's tipping Toei off to this content because of some other issue they have with us. And if that's the case, then their issue shouldn't be to go to them and say, hey, take this down, and we're gonna tattletale, take this down. No, come to us if you have a problem with us. If you have a problem with me or anybody else doing anime reactions, or anybody, Black Critic Guy, Nostalgia Critic, anybody, go to them. Don't do this petty bullshit, because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help the company that you're tattletaling to. It's not going to help us. All that's going to do is make us upset. It's going to hurt us making a living off of providing content and providing entertainment and providing review and things that are clearly in fair use. We are giving our feedback about the show, and I love doing that. I love being able to react to things. This has been one of the best seasons ever, and I've taken off the shackles I put on myself, and since then I've had a lot of fun. I mean, good lord, I've had a whole bunch of fun. Why is it Toei Animation that is the only company, the only anime company that has resorted to this? If they want us to stop doing this, then tough luck. We're going to continue doing it. We're going to continue doing parodies and reactions and reviews of their content. Why? Because we're allowed to under US fair use. We have the right to do that. And no one's going to stop us from doing that. No one's going to stop anybody from doing that. The only thing I can see is either search ranking or somebody is being petty about it. If you looked at my last special report, the one I talked about content ID and the RIAA, there's pushback on the WTFU thing. There are people who are actively thinking that what we're doing is completely infringing and should be dealt with. That's because they know that there's a push to get something changed on YouTube, because YouTube's system is severely unfair toward the content creator. It is giving big companies like this tons of power, all the power, and us to just be guilty until proven innocent. And that should not be. Something in that really needs to change. It needs to change in a way of content ID and strikes. If you are actively trying to fight a strike, then it shouldn't penalize you. I don't know why they haven't addressed that yet or done anything about that yet. I'm actively fighting these strikes. I shouldn't have my account penalized, but I am. YouTube needs to change their system, and DMCA laws need to change. And thankfully, there is a push and there is something being done, and the EFF and Fight for the Future is trying to help these content creators. But we anime reactors, we need to say something here. Toei Animation is probably not going to stop doing it. They're probably not going to stop harassing us. And whoever's tipping them off, if anybody, is not going to stop, because either they have a problem with me on a personal level, and I don't know why they're sort of the petty antics, if that's the case with me or anybody else, or they have a problem with the format, which you're not going to make this go away. We need better protection and we need to say something. If we are the ones that are going to push YouTube forward to get this change, we need to say something. Toei Animation needs to hear from us. Any anime company, if anybody's thinking about going the way Toei Animation is right now, we need to say something. We need to make some kind of dent in what's going on right now. So I implore everybody to say something. If we have enough people to escalate it to change something, then it's going to get changed. But if we stay silent, then nothing will get changed. We are on the right side here. Why is it Toei Animation the only ones we have to do tricks and weave everything? And even then, it doesn't help. So yeah, let's get something going, because at the very least, people will at least hear us. People will at least understand that we're not going away, and this whole aspect of YouTube is not going to go away either. Why is Toei Animation's legal team not understanding this? People who are trying to take this format down are going to fail, because one, we're on the right, and two, people like us doing it. There's a reason why we gain subs by doing this, because people like to watch them. People like to be entertained and informed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for understanding. My name is JD Shadow, and I'm asking, where's the fair use?